Hello my friends, welcome to Brown Strings. I'm Henriette and today we're practicing Baby It's Cold Outside from the 101 Violin Christmas songs. I'll play it for you first. Repeated. Alright, so you may have noticed that I have been playing in the third position. Now in this lesson I will play you two versions. For those of you who haven't yet learned the third position, I will play it in the first position, and that's perfectly possible and lovely to play as well. But those people amongst you who have already learned the third position and maybe also have learned vibrato will come to talk about that later on in this video. So let me first address those of you who are playing this in the first position. I'm putting my bow down on the string in the middle, and my first note is going to be an up bow which goes in that direction. Okay, it's only a short note, so only a short amount of bow, and then we're going to work our way to the point of the bow. So we're going, can you see I'm right at the point ready to play this very long bow. Shall we just try that again? So we're getting ready in the middle. I'm playing up. And then you can make this long bow really, really long. Whereas if you start too low on the bow, look what happens. See, I haven't got enough space to play that up bow long enough, you see. So that's the reason why we're starting in the middle of the bow. Will you join me playing it together? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Set it back in the middle. 1, 2, 3. Just when we get to here, I'm playing an extra up bow. So now I want you to have a look at the second line, and in the third bar of the second line, our second note, the D, is also an up bow. So I'll show you. The second line goes like this. We've got this long D here. Now I want you to stop just after about 3/4 of the bow, because our next D is also going to be an up bow. And the reason why I want you to do that is because of the long A that follows in the next bar. So let me play you line 2. I'm not playing the first note of line 2, so I'm starting in the middle. Up. Stop after 3/4 of the bow. Now play another up bow, so towards the heel. See? So I allow for this long A to be a down bow. Shall we do that one more time? Because that is a little bit complicated. So the second line, the second bar plus the upbeat. The little D is in the middle of the bow. You play up. Up bow here. 4, 1. Save a bit of bow. Up bow again now. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And this long A A is much nicer when you play it down bow. If you were to play that up bow, it can be done, but it is very hard to control the bow as you come closer to the heel of the bow. So that is the reason why we change the bowing, so that the A becomes a down bow. Now the exact same section also comes in line 2 of the second page. So we're writing in another up bow there. So line 2 of the second page. That's it. And once you've done that, you have sorted out most of the bowings in this piece. So let's now go back to the beginning, and do join me. We're going to play it all the way through to the end. Well, that is the end of the first time bar, because we'll just go over the first go and then you can repeat it on your own, can't you? So from the start, after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Back to the middle and. Well done, very nice playing. Now, you will have noticed that on the A string, I play all my second fingers close to the first fingers. So we have this finger pattern here. However, on the D string, I'm playing my second fingers wide, like that. And you want to listen out for the tuning, especially when you go towards the end. Now, I want you just to have a look at the first time bar, and then go 2 bars back before then. There you've got this section. So here, I've got my second finger together on the A string, then I'm having a 4th finger, and now my second finger comes again, but now it's an F sharp. So you have a wider gap between your fingers. Let's do this bit again. And now, if you want to, you can play all the open strings as open strings, but sometimes it might sound nice to use the 4th finger. So let me now play it for you, and you are welcome to play it along. Let's now play it from the beginning again, and I'll talk you through and give you options as to 4th fingers and open strings. So from the start, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Playing an open A string if you want to do that. If you can also play a 4th finger there. And you'll notice this note sounds much more mellow. Further along in this video, I'll teach you another way of playing this, namely in the 3rd position. If you haven't yet learned the 3rd position, there's nothing wrong with either playing an open A string or a 4th finger, which is slightly more advanced, I guess. Now let's carry on from where we finished after that long air. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And here I want you to use the fourth finger for the E. In this particular spot, we want to avoid playing the open E string because that means we need to then jump another string. And that's not as nice. See, that doesn't quite work. Whereas if you use your fourth finger. Okay, let's do that again. And use your fourth finger again here too. Keep using the fourth finger. Now here I'd like to play open A's. But as I said before, if you've learned the third position, we might find another way around it. So let's keep going now. Last note of page 1. 3, 4. Watch out here that your upbeat is a first finger. 2, 3, 4. Try the fourth finger here. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth finger now again. That's it. Here definitely use the fourth finger. Awesome. Well done. Very good. I hope you have lots of fun playing this because this is such a gorgeous song. Now, if you've already learned to play the third position, I'll tell you a slightly different way of playing it because you can use and practice the third position lots and lots in this piece. And I'll show you where I change. So let's play it through from the beginning and I'll talk you through. So the bowing is exactly the same, of course, as what we've already discussed. So we're starting in the middle of the bow. And now I want you to change here. See, I use the open A string, although it's a very short note. I use that to shift from the first to the third position. So I get my G as the first finger and the D as well. That's it. Now we're going back to the first position. And now we're using the third position again like before. Shift here. And this note here sounds absolutely gorgeous if you play it on the second finger. If you've learned vibrato, use it here. If you haven't yet learned vibrato and you want to learn it, go into my playlist technique and you'll find a video there about how to learn vibrato. So I'll put a link to that video in the description below as well, so you can find it there. Now let's play it again from the beginning, shall we? And I'll talk you through further along as well about how to use the third position. So from the start, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. First position. Shift in this section. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now stay in the third position. Back to the middle. See how that works? So all this time you've stayed in the third position and you've played all those lovely G's and A's with first and second fingers. Excellent. Now let's play the last note of page 1 and then we're going into the second page. So the beginning of page 2 is first position, and then very soon we'll shift again as we've done before. First position. Third position. And now stay in the third position. Still stay. Back to the first position just for 2 notes, 3 notes even. First position. That was awesome playing. Now, we've played it through a number of times. Shall we just play it slightly faster now, all the way through, in your preferred position? So feel free to use whatever position you like. That's the beauty of Christmas carols. You don't have to be too serious about using the correct technique. Of course, you need to get the correct technique to a certain extent, but you can freewheel a little bit on these, in my view. Right, I'm going to get some grief for this now when I say that. Now this time, I want you to work at stopping your long notes on time. Okay, so count them out. 3, 4, 1, 2, stop. And 3, 4. 1, 2, stop. And 1, 2, stop. And 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Very good. I hope you have lots of fun with this. Do please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and feel free to share this with your friends. I very much look forward to seeing you again soon. Goodbye.